Okay, so both of these now I think you're a 6 or 5 iron, so very similar in terms of the club. Okay, so take away now on the left arm. You can almost see your glove and your hand almost pushing the club out that way, and the gap now between your left arm as you go back. You watch it here now as the club go. As you go back, look at your left arm and your chest there now. It's all more. So this left bicep now is kind of staying in there rather than creating that daylight. It doesn't look a lot and stuff, but it's enough to you're just pushing it away. Okay. Now because of that, now when the club then came back to the golf ball, okay, top of the back, you kind of get to a reasonable spot. Their left arm's a bit higher than you'd expect on this one. Okay, so it's a little bit lower with that left arm. Good position in terms of the top of the backswing there. Okay. Club as he comes back now. Okay. Coming back underneath your chin. Now, if you watch these two follow-throughs, one was obviously a good one as you release the club through, ball going straight to target, and you can see that follow through there around your head. Whereas this one now, as you come back, club gets a little bit kind of stuck behind. You save it the last second, and then look at that. It's like, come on, I just can't get around there. And this arm now, you can see how much further your shoulders and chest have released through because it's more connected, and you've turned this way. So if you're stuck kind of with the arm out away from your body, and the club's coming in from here, your body now is trying to stop to allow that club to kind of catch up. Then you get this kind of this follow through looking like this, where the club just can't get around your shoulders. When you rotate your chest and your torso better, the arms have got much more space to get round here. The club can get behind your head. When you're struggling, it's kind of that way, and it looks a bit kind of like, oh, go on. Now, one of the shots on the skills challenge, you did it well enough, and you actually saved it with that kind of follow through, and it was okay. And what you'll see sometimes, like tour players, you might hear the commentator say, oh, we saved that one. Basically, at the last second, they know the club's a little bit here or there, and they'll just flip or hold the hands over. I remember I was watching, it's one of those famous shots Nicholas hit back in Pebble Beach in the US in 72, I think it was. He hit like a 1-iron on that par through there in 6 and 7 irons now. He hit a 1-iron, and the last thing he was coming down, he said, I knew the club was a little bit on the inside, and I was scared of flicking it into the sea. So I just held the face a bit open, and he's at the flag and gone to like that. But he talks about that. Exactly, and you think that when you watch that shot, you look like, oh, that was an absolute perfect goal shot. He's hit a 1-iron into the teeth of the wind. One bounce, hits the flag and drops down, goes to that, and he wins the US Open by one shot. Like one of his probably best shots ever to play in a major. Yeah, as he talks about it, he goes, the club got a little bit stuck behind me coming down. I was a little bit out of position. I was able to use my hands and save it. But that's the skill of these golfers. They rarely hit every single shot with a perfect swing. They just manipulate the hands and the club slightly towards impact because they know where that club is and what that club's going to do. But in terms of that movement, I've always said to you, your follow through when you're swinging better is a lot more kind of straight up there in the club round there, rather than kind of that twisted kind of, you look a bit kind of, your arms are too short kind of thing. They kind of go on from in here out there and try to, they can't get out of my own way. So if we can get that connection, so as a feeling or a phrase, and I suppose as an idea when you're playing, if you feel like you're losing a bit of control, losing power and the shots are a bit spread all over the place, just go back to that kind of connected thing, left bicep, left chest. So that's kind of the image we're trying to recreate. So that your arm now, if we look at that position there now, everything square. Come here. Everything's kind of like straight underneath there, whereas that one it's all kind of working out a little bit, and there's daylight now between there. Once you've got that daylight, you've lost the connection with your arms, and you've got to find it somewhere in the downswing or in the backswing or before impact. Otherwise, you're going to come back and your arms will be very, very high, trying to save as your arms are out here. I mean, that club's got a left arm's really high there. You know, see where the logo of your glove is now sort of in this position, and you're trying to then flip it at the last second, and you use your hands, rotate your hands as best you can. Don't quite get it enough. Ball starts a bit right at that white line, and then the ball then you see just sort of curving off to the right there. A bit of a cut, lost a bit of yardage as well, because hitting the ball out here is not going to be as strong as hitting it down here. Okay? So yeah, get that connection in there. With a shorter irons, it's going to be easy because you're over the ball anyway. It's not natural for your arms to go out here. But once you get to like that 6, 7, 5 iron threshold kind of thing, along the club,
the accuracy, isn't it? Because I get annoyed if I make my wedges, I push them 20 yards right.
Yeah, exactly.
So I know in my head it should be a simple.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, those things with the wedges and stuff, you're over the ball there now. This is going to really kind of be encouraged, I suppose, with the setup. When you're a bit further from the ball, i.e. driver 3 with longer clubs, your arms still have to work connected with your chest. It's easy for you to do this because I think maybe in the past we've talked in some of the sessions before where the club has got kind of stuck behind here when you swing the golf club back, and it's got from there. Now it's a much better position, but in the past you've had sort of back by your legs, you've been whooping in here. You know that's wrong, so maybe when you're more aware of that now, it's going this way, and you see a few push shots, you might think, oh, the club's going a bit too far inside, which it could be, but the cure is not shove your arms further away, stop and get from behind. Okay, makes sense? Good man.